Oh, what is this? What is this? The hell am I gonna ride? This thing's a fucking monster. It's got a motor the size of a car motor. I want to get my phone into his phone holder. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, people, I'm a little bit intimidated. This is definitely the biggest, heaviest bike I've ever been on. Cruisers in general kind of freak me out. Trying not to let on that too much. So yeah, Evomoto is thinking about getting a DRZ or Supermoto, so he's gonna ride mine. I'm gonna ride the Rocket. Alright. Yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit intimidated. Not the power, really. I mean, it is a hell of a lot more powerful than mine, but it's just the size of it and the unfamiliar riding position. Oh man, this is pretty crazy. I sound like every sport bike rider who's riding a Supermoto for the first time. You know, for how big and heavy it is, it's not like unnimble. There's just so much bass. Like, my bike, I can hear the exhaust like it's crazy loud. This thing, there's just so much bass. It's just like, whoa. I can definitely see the appeal. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to run out and get a cruiser. But this is definitely pretty cool. It's definitely pretty cool. I don't know. Maybe I will have to look at some of the big cruisers for my commuter bike when I'm going down the... Oh, hey, what's up? When I'm going to Texas State. This thing with a bigger windshield would be pretty baller. It's awfully freaking comfy. Holy man, this is comfy. I'm probably in way too high of a gear, but it just has so much torque that it doesn't matter. Put my feet out on the things. Oh yeah. So this is kind of what it feels like to be Mondito, I guess. I'm riding on his, what the hell does he have? I think it's a Sabre. Wow, yeah, so this wind would, on my Supermoto, this wind, I'd be a little bit like, On this thing, I'm like, wind, lol. Just picture like me going, wind, and then that Yao Ming laughing meme face thing. Wow, it's like I don't even notice this wind. So yeah, this is Evomoto's bike. See, Evomoto. It's a Triumph Rocket. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's a 2.3 liter, something ridiculous like that. That's the size of the engine in my wife's Mazda. Okay, let's just wrap our head around that. I mean, this is basically a motor with two wheels. You know, it's quite the bike. I dig it though. I definitely dig it. Man, it's just the wind hits me and the bike doesn't move in the wind. It's just like, who cares? It's so funny because I always watch videos like this when people get on a Supermoto for the first time and they're freaking out about how it feels. And then I get on this and I'm freaking out about how it feels. See, his bars aren't as swept back as some of the cruisers I've been on, so it doesn't feel that crazy. Like some of the cruisers I've been on where the bars are swept back another, like, I don't know, 15, 20 degrees. That just feels really weird and unnatural to me. But yeah, man, I'm digging it. I'm definitely digging it. Once he gets up with the tape on his turn signal. Where are his turn signals? That's his turn signals. Yeah, where are the foot pegs? Alright, so there's neutral. Alright. I actually kind of dig it.
Yeah, right?
At like 60, it's just, it's doing nothing. You're just like, oh. And the wind, it hits you and you're just like...
Right? Yeah. Makes no difference.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you're in 5th gear at 60, you still got plenty of power.
Oh, yeah.
If you want it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like crosswinds, like the crosswinds, on that, I would have been like, whoa, a little bit. On this, I'm just like, nothing. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's not too like heavy and light, is it?
But that?
Like that?
Oh no, it feels fine.
Yeah, pretty manageable, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, 2-up on this thing has to be a completely different experience. 2-up on the Supermoto is like awful. It's so bad. 2-up on this would be like, I wouldn't even know, like my wife on the back, I wouldn't even notice her. I'd forget she was there. Yeah, when you ride these things, I totally got like you just feel like, king of the fucking road. Out of my way, bitches. King of the road coming through. That's like how I feel on this thing. This is my first like cornering at more than 2 miles an hour on a cruiser. Oh, that's fucking weird feeling, but alright, we're doing it here. He's probably like, why are you riding that like such a pussy? I kinda am riding it like a pussy. Oh, feet out, there we go. Wow, this thing wants to go. My butt is so comfy. I can't even tell you how comfy my butt is. When I get back on the DRZ, I'm gonna be like, no, my ass. Oh, that was pretty sweet, man. So I think I am going to look at a couple cruisers possibly for my highway bike, but I think that it's definitely got to be a big CC bike. No, like, you know, 650 or something's going to cut it. I want something. If I get a cruiser, I want something big. But I don't think I'm gonna. I mean, I highly doubt that I would do that unless somebody gave me the money and I could buy one of these. But man, this is a nice bike. Wow, I can't get over it. I thought I'd think it was interesting. I thought I'd think it was neat, but I didn't think I was gonna love it. I love this. Holy crap, man! I'll have to reevaluate my stance on cruisers. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to run out and buy one, I don't think. You know. But I definitely see the merit. I like it a lot. It's neat. For a cruiser, this bike has and it's probably because it's a Triumph, but it has kind of a raw mechanical feel. It's hard to describe, okay, because it's very smooth. Like, man, is it smooth. But it also has, there are little aspects about it that feel a little raw and mechanical, and I like that a lot. I really like that a lot, and something I would worry about on a different kind of cruiser would be, would I lose that, you know? Man, I hope he didn't just cost me a lot of money making me buy a Rocket. I really like this bike. If you haven't heard of Evomoto, check him out. Subscribe to him. Especially for hooking me up, letting me ride this thing. Yeah, you might be like, oh, well, you know, you let him ride your motorcycle. It's different with a Supermoto or dual sport. With a Supermoto, you almost want your friends to ride it, so they can kind of get to know what it's all about. You know, why are you so obsessed with this dirt bike with street tires? You know, what's so awesome about a dirt bike with street tires? Why are you so obsessed? Plus, it's like, you know, if your buddy gets on your Supermoto or your dual sport and he dumps it, it's a Supermoto or a dual sport, so it's basically a dirt bike. Who cares? You know, if your buddy gets on your Triumph Rocket and dumps it, it's a little different story. You know, but I definitely feel a big responsibility riding his bike. I definitely do, and I'm pretty pretty honored that he let me ride it. He might think it's like a fair trade, you know, hey, I'm letting him ride my motorcycle, but letting somebody ride your supermoto versus letting somebody ride your, you know, regular motorcycle is, to me, it'd be different. You know, I don't know. I'd let him, like, if I had a big cruiser, I'd let him ride it because he's used to a big cruiser. But I don't know if I'd let somebody that, you know, like, it's a stretch for him to let me ride this thing. Personally, to me, that's a big leap of trust, because I was even like, I'm nervous, man, you know. And then, you know, have somebody be like, well, I'm nervous to even ride your bike, and then they ride it, and it's, you know, it's a pretty big, you know, it's a pretty big honor. So thanks, man. Also, no thanks, fuck you, because now I really, really, really want a rocket. Holy shit, I love this bike. Oh man, feels
Put
good
a taller
to be
windshield
out on
on
my
it.
bike. It has been a minute. So
Bag carrying my books and shit.
pretty much around Christmas.